Paddy and Joe Fogarty are milking 100 cows near the Pike of Rushall, County Laois, in an 8-unit double-up herringbone milking parlour. Herd size has gradually increased for the last number of years. On this farm, cow flow into the parlour is a problem. Cows come in from the paddocks and come in a narrow entrance as far as a T-junction, where they are forced to turn right into the small collecting yard behind the parlour, which is limited in space, about 7 metres by 4 metres. When that is full, they spill left into a slatted area with a feed rail along one side and cubicles on the other. For these cows to get into the collecting yard behind the parlour, most have to be pushed away from the feed face. It's time consuming and valuable time lost in the pit. Paddy gets into the swing of things very quickly when cows come into the parlour. Cows line up quickly because of the short row. Due to the small collecting yard, Paddy is out of the pit, pushing cows into each row quite a bit. Paddy prepares each cow for milking and attaches clusters. Because he has cluster removers, he fills up a row, prepares them, and then starts straight away attaching clusters to each side. When we inquired as to why cluster removers are necessary in an 8-unit parlour, Paddy makes the point that from the research he carried out prior to installing the double-up, if you are going to double up, then you almost need to put in cluster movers. Why? He maintains if you didn't have them, you would be taking off clusters, then hanging them up, then unloading the row, filling it up with cows again, and then putting clusters on again. Effectively, there would be a lot of wasted time hanging up and down clusters instead of putting clusters on cows, as Paddy spends most of his time doing. Paddy is also in the habit of keeping the place clean, so will regularly use drop-down hoses to wash off clusters if required. Paddy has coiled teat spraying hoses in the pit and teat sprays each cow once clusters are removed. As soon as all 8 cows are teat sprayed, Paddy opens the front gate and lets cows walk out. The exit area is tight, but cows move fast and there is no hanging around. Paddy has the ability to draft cows out to the right if required, but more often than not, cows are walking straight back to grass. When we called in late September, the majority of the herd were coming to the end of lactation, so yield was down around 14 litres per cow, at 4.5% fat and 4.03% protein. In the 8-unit double-up, it took Paddy, who was milking on his own that morning, 1 hour and 9 minutes to milk the 97 cows. There is much less water used in washing down this parlour compared to bigger units, as obviously the concrete area is much less. Also in this parlour there is a slatted tank behind the parlour which reduces washing requirement. So in summary, as herd size increased, Paddy upgraded his 6-unit herringbone to an 8-unit double-up parlour, effectively moving from 6 to 16 milking units. This reduced milking time, but at a low cost compared to building a newer, much bigger parlour. In this case, it allows him time to repay other loans, which are priority at the moment.